This video is no joke. Have you ever wondered that you see the meme with virality of people making it with the same meme that repeats the meme in many forms, which they called this as a trend? This trend is called the copulation meme trend. When the meme is popular, the meme get used over and over again with a lot of different people and used in many different ways. And then when there is many of them, any channel put it all together in one whole video within it, but nothing can last forever. Unlike any old memes that are already irrelevant to this day, the meme dies when is used enough or ran out of ideas for the meme itself. Just like I see the short that I watched features monkeys in this video. The first time that I see this in YouTube Shorts, which is shit anyways, I decided to look deep into it, and has many of them, I watch all them, one by one. The more I go longer, the more how scary it becomes, and raises the question for anyone who watches those shorts and this show: why is the show glitching? I re-watch them over and over again, and I have the answers for this. So let's get started with the show I found called Dilbert and Dingas. Dilbert and Dingas is a show that features monkeys and the tribe. That has a girl monkey, baby monkey, grandpa monkey, the other monkey, and the other girl monkey, which the main characters, Dilbert and Dingas, go on doing memes in an animated ways to make the viewers laugh with us watching the show. Everything goes normal in the most part, like skits 1 through skit 16. However, in skit 17, Dingas chokes Dilbert, and begins to glitch in twisted and horrible ways that Dilbert faces becomes distorted until he disappears, like glitching out into an existence while Dingas looks terrified while choking him. Then he now realizes that he is in the stage in the void, and then see the light with a figure that is holding the door noob in front of him, and swooshing at Dingas into the distance, which for this creature to know, not to tell anyone about this. As we go on into this, it slowly began to corrupt like in skit 19. Then at skit 20, we see Dilbert and Dingas doing the meme like always, and the video here tricks it by the whole opening could be an entrance of the void, and it stays there throughout the rest of the skits as a whole. Dingas saw the whole opening, leaving more terrified, and questions him while it goes on. At skit 22, we see the figure at the end of this skit in front of us, that feature a figure with no face but a mouth and a hairy body, staring at us, mentally at the screen. Then at skit 24, Dilbert once again glitched out into an existence that scared Dingas, and decided to go inside the hole, but ended up falling into the darkness that is the pit of corpses, right above before it. And we see the elder monkey ears behind Dingas. That the elder monkey said this.
A cycle, that's what that is. An endless cycle. We are nothing but husks until they decide to use us. We are just props for them to stage. This isn't reality. You did this to us. You did this to us!
The elder monkey explains that Dingas done this to everyone, and pointing at him at the same time. Then he got caught, and we see the figure, face to face at Dingas, and about to eat him like the rest of them, before this figure begins to eat him. Yet, start over the entire skit itself. Then we see the same thing. Dilbert disappears and Dingas go into the hole, land into corpses. The elder monkey ears and blame Dingas. Before the elder monkey finished the sentence, both elder monkey and Dingas stare at us in the most sinister grim faces at us while it fades into black. That features a monster misshaped twisted version of Dilbert ears right at us, and the skit ends. However, the skits continues like nothing happens at all, leaving the question of the theroy that the monster is the cause of all of this, starting over and over again, using the characters endlessly in memes until it decided to use them as victims. That Dingas has caused this in the first place, for the show itself to blame. As we can see, girl monkey, baby monkey, and now called grandpa monkey are here for the rest of the skits. That doesn't make any sense. Starting at first glance, grandpa monkey looks resemblance to Dilbert's monkey, means that his grandpa Girl monkey looks like a match that could be Dilbert's sister, and the baby monkey, that looks like Dinga's baby sister, including Dinga's other sister that has seen here, and the uncle monkey that looks close similar to Dinga's granduncle. But for the rest of the monkeys that we seen in corpses, we do not know them or any resemblance of any of the rest of them in the void. Then to skit 35 and to skit 36, we see them standing and down, and the bright lights that looks like their souls came them into like. But in skit 35, Dingas is not affected, while Dilbert is just not the same thing as Dingas felt. So he running from this stage, trying to get out of here until he is cornered and trapped here, and then the monster figure that we know of spots him. And then in skit 39, a meme by the way, we see the grave called Devin, and it says at the bottom, "Beloved son and prototype," which turns out that I see this skit it meant to be not Dilbert's sister, but his wife, and is not Dilbert grandpa, but also his son all along, that we will see later on. And prototype give people question for this word in the grave, but we will find out soon. At skit 41, we see Dilbert glitching again for no reason, and then at skit 46, thing turns out pretty much normal. Before the skit ends however, Dilbert's face distorted again, and even glitching again, but not glitching out, or even his soul corrupts him as well, but this time possessed yet controlled by this force that says this.
Here, right here. All your needs will be met.
I'm hungry!
You took him away from me for nothing. How can I continue with this burden you have given me, and for them to work under these conditions?
Into this.
You're sick, Daryl. This was not what we.
It explains that Dareth took his son away from him and forced to work endlessly, or his son endlessly, just to gain, and somewhat drove into this mess in the first place that is not agreed with. At this point, people are making theories in the comments in their videos waiting for more skits for what's is rally going on here. But I will tell you at the next two skits, it can explains Devin's death. Before there were recent skits of the recent ones, there was a skit called Skit test, as in reverse, and words also reversed. We see this monkey that looks resemblance to Grandpa Monkey that is Devin's father child. It goes normal, so far. Then we see skit 0, that they're filming a meme at the stage. Then Devin started glitching and doing memes both at the same time while Devin's father tried to stop him, but ended up doing memes so much and glitching, to the point that he is pulsing and crumpling both at the same time, trying to save himself. Dilbert says that are you okay? But he started to slowly die, that it seems like it. They tried to save him, but however, Devin gone to his corrupted meme feasted doom, and then dies. Then Devin's father gone sad while the camera moves to Dingas that is shocked to see him die, and glitching to its death. And that explains the death of Devin's death. Back at skit 39. And there is one more short that we all seen here. This short can really explain everything. And here is the footage.
I don't know, it's just something about this doesn't sound ethical.
It's completely ethical. Not only is it a natural resource, but it's completely harmless to the simian body. I mean, look at my son, for example. He took the same recommended dosage I did, and he is more durable than ever.
Durable?
Before.
To what? Damage? Injuries? This stuff doesn't make you immortal.
Trust me, if we want to go above and beyond, like we promised, this is a necessary procedure for the cast. It's for their own good. We are talking about entertainment beyond our comprehension.
Yeah, but if so, why are we so dependent on this stuff anyway? We don't have to fabricate everything they see. Nothing feels organic anymore.
Organic makes the job less efficient. Your son is going to need this enhancement if he wants to improve his performance. And it will improve his performance, guaranteed. We have been partners for decades. Please, for once, trust me. I know what I'm doing. Please just talk to him about it.
I'll think about it.
So, for this reason that this show means, thanks to this video, I think that we covered so far that it comes to the theroy and the conclusion to my own. Most people is the pippy glitch, but that's not true. So here is my own theroy that can happen. Dareth and the man that didn't give us the name, have been partners for decades and promised to got far and beyond to success. So Dareth said to his partner that organic work makes it less offensive, and the guy said that he wanted to prove his preference, and even the same way his son did, he has to work endlessly without organic work timeline at the job, without the felt of injuries or muscle struggles, just to entertain their audience for the pleasure of the job. But the guy that is Grandpa Monkey, by the way, felt this way, so Dareth has to tell Devin to talk about it to Devin's son for it. So the reason they made the show Dilbert and Dingas at the first place to make a cartoon, means that the characters are controlled by memes and animated like puppets. But for Dareth, took Devin's child away from him. That makes Devin gone mad to Dareth for this, that is not been agreed with this for this enforcement. While the show goes on for the success they promised. So the characters in this show struggles and then ended up disappears or just die and teleported into the void to be eaten by the monster figure that could be the director. Which could be Dareth forcing Devin's son and Devin to work for it as long as possible. While the characters collapse by glitching so much that they disappeared. However, Devin's child has struggled so much that he died by animating too much by hand and muscle stubblance, leaving the only father, Devin, working for this partner Dareth and his other son that could somehow survive. That doesn't ended like Devin's son's fate. They made so much of those short spaced of memes out of it to the point that the show glitches and breaking apart, and to the point that the character Dingas gained common sense and discovered that this is a setup, and now he had to get out of here, or else he will end up like the rest of them. Just like the characters that is in the void in corpses, or could be the fate of the dead child that struggled too hard. That Dareth endlessly taking their lives as bait whatever the characters tried to get out of here, or even relays the horrible truth of this show, just for what both partners promised as they have committed. And that explains that has exposed. Could mean that the videos are deleted and uploaded, and Dingas can translate into gone and missing. Thank you so much for watching this theroy. Nobody have ever made this video, so I made this video, so that you can see it how this can be true if more of the skits can be prohibited to the show itself. Thanks for watching.